Hello, welcome to the Rain Pebbles live stream. Today I will be going through my album, just kind of straight shot through, and then I also have a bonus track song that I will be maybe singing today, but it will be more workshopping because I haven't officially decided on the sound, but I'll just kind of work through it and maybe get some feedback from everybody. So we start with glimpses at the beginning of this album, and you'll notice that there are songs that start in kind of a more dark negative place, and then they end in a more light positive place as the album continues. So here we go. I see glimpses in the mirror and pictures of who I am, who I was, and who I want to be. But I also see the shadows, the darkness that sometimes consumes me. It's nothing but an empty shell with the sheen of what could be. The wretch comes out in words, notes, actions, and sketches. And when I catch it, I'm reminded of the life that I've lived in. I know I'm trying, but I don't think I'm progressing. All I feel is life pressing me, questioning me. I think too much, except none of it makes sense. How can I live with the mess that's going on in my head? I just seek for pity, painted emptiness, cause it's fiction or reality instead. So I stop and I look, and I see her again, that sweet innocent girl again. And I know that I want to live in her world again, cause it's safe and it's great. And I know she is my ultimate fate. She is all that I'm wanting in my end game. Sometimes I see glimpses in the mirror of my soul. Oh, oh, oh. So that is glimpses. Next we have, does that make me a bad person? In the morning I wake, and the sky is filled with gray, like a painting whose artist has been going through some things. And I don't know if I'm projecting, cause out there in the distance is a literal silver lining. And I don't know if I like it, no, I don't know if I want there to be hope on my horizon. Does that make me a bad person? Does that make me a bad person? Does that make me a bad person? You would say no, but it probably does. There is existential dread attached to achieving my desires, like wanting things that I can't have, has been keeping me alive. Now that I know I'm capable, I'm scared of a future where I can't victimize myself and hide from my own aptitude. I know I'm overthinking, 'cause that's most of my problem. Does that make me a bad person? Does that make me a bad person? Does that make me a bad person? Yeah. Does that make me a bad person? Does that make me a bad person? You would say no, but it probably does. That is, Does That Make Me a Bad Person? The third track on the album is called Full Circle. You make me wanna pull my face off. You want me to be something I'm not. You're the reason I'm not my vision board. Those aren't the chords. I was deceived by the G. You make me wanna pull my face off. You want me to be something I'm not. You're the reason I'm not my vision board. You force me to want a life that's secure. You have your hands in all my decisions. I don't make any of my own decisions. Scared to take risk could end in failure. If I fail, then I'm a failure. If I'm a failure, you'll be disappointed. If you're disappointed, I'll feel guilty. For not living up to my potential. For not living up to my potential. If I'm not perfect, you won't love me. How could you love someone so selfish? The shame I feel consumes me daily. My fears overwhelm all my senses. I'm too scared to live my own life, so I hide behind your soft assumptions, obeying all of your suggestions so I can blame you for my failures. If I don't make my own decisions, then I don't have to feel defeated. But I already feel defeated, 'cause I don't do anything I want to. I already feel defeated, 'cause I don't do anything I want to. Trying to avoid the pain, and doing so it fills my veins. Why am I planting poison ivy and then wishing hard that it would rain? I'm taking a knife to my own life so I don't have to learn what cuts feel like. I'm the reason I'm not my vision board. I want to be something I'm not. I make me wanna pull my face off. I want to be something I'm not. I make me wanna pull my face off. So for context, that's this. Like, I don't know. It's like a really outdated like thing that people did. But at a certain time of life, I knew a lot of teenage girls who did like the
thing. And so in my mind, that's like the expression of "you make me want to pull my face off." It's just like the frustrated emotion. And it can be good and bad, which is another reason I chose it. Okay, next we have the song Redemption. I don't know why I said that like a question. I literally wrote the song.
Blackened heart looks at the floor, drags her filth up to the door, nods and hopes for something more. She dreams of feeling clean and pure. The door swings open, showing stairs. She slowly climbs them, unaware of who she'd meet when she gets there. She would have recognized him anywhere. She gasps and tears fill her eyes. She sees the man who suffered and died, so that she could live a better life. She is ashamed of how she spent her time. Now she can't seem to look at him, afraid that he might glimpse her sins. As she does, he lifts her chin and has her look at him again. She sees understanding in his face, her life reflected in his gaze. He opens his arms as if for an embrace. But somehow she knew was to take her pain. She looked down deep inside her soul. She gathered the pain and the sin and the toil. As she breathed out, she let it go. He took it all and let it show. Whitened heart stares at the sky. She hugs him as she says goodbye. Jumps off the edge and starts to fly. Redemption in her wings tonight. That is Redemption. I wrote that when I was around 14. Next, we have a song called Discovery. Which... Hey, Julia. Yes. Okay. She knows what she wants, but she doesn't know when she should reach for it. Right now she's pending, potential building up like pressure unfixed. She just needs to know if she should be smart or be reckless. 'Cause timing is key, and she doesn't want to trip on her choices. 'Cause what if she waits the next 5 years? What if it's not worth all the tears? What if she chooses fake dreams, convinced of safety, but all it was fear? And what if she becomes everything that she wants to be? Invests all her time, mind breakdowns and pennies, but it all amounts to nothing, and she wishes she made something of herself as she's crying on her knees. Discovery. She waited for him since 16, but now questions her zeal. She wonders if all of this love she's imagined is based upon anything real. There were smiles and touches and laughter and words, but she doesn't know if that's enough. 'Cause if she's gonna push back her dreams for a man, then he better be the one. 'Cause what if they waste the next 5 years? What if it's not worth all the tears? What if she chooses fake dreams, convinced of safety, but all it was fear? And what if she becomes everything that she wants them to be? Invests all her time, mind breakdowns and pennies, but it all amounts to nothing, and she wishes she had something to fall back on as she's crying on her knees. Discovery. Discovery. She can't spend her whole life in the waiting room. If she does, she'll be nothing, she'll be consumed. But sometimes that's just what she wants to do. She's terrified that she's gonna make the wrong move. She's at the station, but the train's not coming. If she really wants this, then she's gotta start running. It's double dutch and the ropes keep falling faster and faster. She knows she has to jump in. But what if she wastes all of her years? What if it's not worth all the tears? What if she chooses fake dreams, convinced of safety, but all it was fear? And what if she becomes everything that she wants to be? Invests all her time, life breakdowns and pennies, but it all amounts to nothing, and she wishes she made something of herself as she is crying on her knees. Discovery. Discovery.
So that is Discovery. Next, we have a song called Let Me Cry.
Waking me up and making me breakfast, singing along to your favorite CD. I would eavesdrop when you talked to your sisters. Yeah, you always seemed like an angel to me. I've always believed that I'm beautiful, 'cause you're beautiful, and you made me. I've always wanted to be like you, to wear your shoes. You're a mystery, and when I'm about to combust from overstimulation, I don't know who to trust, and I feel like I'm caged in. You listen as I word vomit and rationalize. You stay by my side, and you let me cry. You let me cry. Hunger in your eyes as you learn new lessons. Your radiant smile when you're laughing with me. The sacrifice of your body, time, and brain cells to give life rehearsed lines and stitch up my jeans. I've always believed in a savior, because you did, and you raised me. I can spot you in any audience, from any stage, 'cause you're there for me. And when I'm about to combust from overstimulation, I don't know who to trust, and I feel like I'm caged in. You listen as I word vomit and rationalize. You stay by my side, and you let me cry. You let me cry. Watching edited, rated R movies and walking on treadmills. Hours and days of curling my hair and sewing dresses. Forced one on board when I have a dream that coalesces. And you've always seen me when all I could see were my messes. And when I'm about to combust from overstimulation, I don't know who to trust, and I feel like I'm caged in. You listen as I word vomit and rationalize. You stay by my side, and you let me cry. You let me cry. That is Let Me Cry. This next song is called Spiritual Momentum. And it's no capo, so it's going to hurt me, but that's okay. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Let's see. I wandered in darkness, confused by the twists and turns of this maze. Distracted, seduced by the golden covered ground of alleyways. I tripped on the surface, discovered all the gold was just paint. It led me to places that I wish I never would have stayed. I built up momentum and not in a good way. I made all my own choices and they were all mistakes. I prayed to escape this, my numbing trip of shame, and change my momentum. But how do I change? I prayed a pathway was revealed, made of solid, sturdy stone. And I thought just maybe rock bottom is what stopped my downward slope. I step on, start walking, I won't leave, 'cause these cobbles feel like home. I promise covenant to always love and serve the one who knows how to build momentum only in the best ways. Help me make my own choices, forgives all my mistakes. I pray to remember to take on me holy name and change my momentum, 'cause through him I change. I stumble every day, but I knew where I lay. Acknowledge weakness and ask forgiveness. I learn about his grace and all the many ways he does bless me. Oh, how he tests me. He plants flowers by the path, I seek them as I dance. They are beautiful, 'cause he is wonderful. It's spiritual momentum, only in the best way. I let go of the conflicts, 'cause they caused my mistakes. I pray to remember to take on me his holy name and fuel my momentum, 'cause through him I changed.
So that is spiritual momentum. No capo again. This song is called Commitment. Thanks.
I sit in silence on the pew, focused that I'm here with you. You sit beside me when I pray and when I don't, and every day. And when I stop just for a moment to hear your voice, I always do. You never leave me dark and hopeless. When I grow selfish, I leave you. I covenant with you again that I will fight here by your side. 'Cause in my past I thought I did, turns out I chose the other guy. So I repent for all I've done that goes against thy word. And like on lonely journeys long, I pray to you and I am heard. I commit to you, you are my God, and I will not forsake thee. For you provide redeeming love, I worship thee. Come
It's a short one, but that was Commitment. I need to make sure that my computer is plugged in before we finish. I got an alert. Okay. This next song is the title track of the album. It's called Rain Pebbles.
You and me, close proximity, since the first breath I breathed. Yet after countless seasons, jumping in the deep end, there was still a disconnect. So we started talking, and I actually listened. I saw your beauty, you needed commitment, 'cause you didn't trust me, not after my regrets. I started hoping I could be forgiven. An apology of our green ring. I am seen. You told me you were unhappy, so we left the life we were making, and we started over, the poet and the loner, and somehow we grew closer. We slowed down our walking, we danced in the kitchen, we sang our songs to anyone who would listen. We sorted the laundry, started really living. When you put your trust in me, I had to seize the moment. Rain pebbles touch skin, flame dancing within. I begin. You forgave and loved my shadows. You kissed my broken pieces. As the pages turned, we found out you and me were not so different. You are the sun and sky, wonder in my eyes, and you're mine.
So that is Rain Pebbles. And then we have the final song on this album. It's called I Am.
Cruising down the faded asphalt, my arm testing wind resistance. The playlist passed the vibe check, and the vibe was limitlessness. We park up at the overlook, all the teenagers speak up, 'cause everyone and their mother parked here when they thought they were in love. Wishing stars up in the sky, are reflected on the dirt. Maybe the electric light was an attempt at heaven on earth. We hardcore parkour up the rock slide, Uta and Hibiki. I play guitar, you build a fire, and we dance in its heat. I finally feel safe enough to revel in my wild side, to belt and turn and sprint and jump. Don't look down, don't close my eyes. And when I feel emotion, I don't archive it for later. It burns through my whole being. It's a feeling that I savor. When I yearn to do something, I do it. When I need to be someone, I am. All the manifestors tell me, know exactly what you want, babe. And what I want is to finally feel safe enough to revel in my wild side, to sing and spin and sprint and jump. Don't look down, don't close my eyes. And when I feel emotion, I don't archive it for later. It burns through my whole being. It's a feeling that I savor. When I yearn to do something, I do it. When I need to be someone, I am. When I yearn to do something, I do it. When I need to be someone, I am.
That is the end of the Rain Pebbles album. And I have a little bonus song today at the end. This is a song that I'm still figuring out how to do, but I don't know how it's going to be officially, but I know kind of the baseline of like what I want the chords to be, so we'll kind of figure it out. But I think we will do that now.
An inversion of smoke, all consuming in every direction. A floor of spent matches that blacken my feet at the soles. Alone I try to stay above the darkness inside me, but I ran out of matches. The candle succumbed to the cold. I reached out for the warmth that I heard about soothing release. The instant I did, the smoke it dispersed from my bedroom. An invisible hand took mine and lit the fire within. The invisible man spoke softly to me in the darkness. He told me all about this place I was chasing in dreams. My inner light dimmed as I thought I could never be worthy. I'm covered in ashes, and I don't think God would let me in. The invisible man said, I know him, and he is just like me. He sent me to you to remind you of all that could be. This light inside you is all that you need to enter. He wants you home with him, so I will wash your feet. I didn't ever see the man, but I knew he was with me. 'Cause each time I reached out for his hand, it was right within reach. Sometimes we chat or just walk in comfortable silence. I felt a love from him I never imagined could be. We walked toward the warmth that I had heard about in ancient writings. Oh, a place where we could wander that offered a soothing release. And even when the smoke began to fill my bedroom, the invisible hand took mine and stoked the fire within. Oh, the invisible man spoke softly to me in the darkness. He told me all about this place I was chasing in dreams. My inner light dimmed as I thought, but what if he's lying? What if the darkness is all that can truly exist? The invisible man said, I know God just as I know you. He sent me to you to remind you of all that could be. This light inside you is all that you need to enter. He wants you home with him, so I will wash your feet. Just take a deep breath and can count the sound of my footsteps. Dance to the music it creates with the beat of your heart. Rejoice and remember that you are God's precious creation. And He wants you home with Him. Peace be with you, I will wash your feet. Oh, He wants you home with Him, so I will wash your feet.
And there is He Wants You Home. And it's not going to sound like that because I don't know what it sounds like. But there we go. Thank you so much for being here and for listening to a little acoustic version of my Rain Pebbles album. And I am so happy to share it with you and love you guys so much. See ya.